Hello everybody, Stitchedrolf here. Welcome back to Dominions 4, playing as Tis and the War of the Young Gods. This turn, only 4 things. Message from Sarmatia. He watched the battle that I lost, and he sees apparently 200 odd Yomi in his capital, question mark. Uh, does that mean like his capital of Yomi? Looking very strong. I just took a province, and I assume he'll move against it next turn. I'm powerless to stop that. I do, however, think I should be okay to continue a fight. After next turn, as I'll have a massive amount of mages able to commune and spam stellar cascades. Might work. Hope. So, and Wasu Wusu is the name of the god. I don't know where that came from. And this is Helheim, because it's a dis, and also you got the Throne of War. Gotta look at what a level throne that is. Unexpected event in our capital. Heavy rains destroyed the roads. -50 tax and -5 province income. That sucks. It's our capital. Worldwide event. Unrest increases because of the Throne of War. Let's see the throne. That's not it. Stats. Throne's Ascension. Throne of War, level 1. His troops get attack and morale. Well, just a nice throne. Thrones are nice to have in general, at least usually. Unless you have like the throne of not even here, like the throne of death. Not death, but like disease. I don't know. So few things. He moved his a whole bunch of units back up into Coven Downs again, so I moved my scout down to Mount Logan to monitor travel because Mount Logan's the choke point between the upper areas and bottom areas of Yomi, and apparently that Sarmatia controls the province right here, I think, especially since he has 7 Dominion here, and it all looks to be his Dominion, especially Or 3. And this looks to be Sarmatian too, but this is Yomian. So Sarmatia looks to own this land, so yeah, he does look to own this side. But it goes all the way down here, to Amphilos. And I'm worried by this. So his god stayed here, but he now has 20 more troops, unless of course the estimation just changed. That could be possible. They could be just sitting there building a fort. This guy moved here, Jotun Scrotty, who appears to be very powerful just by himself. And yeah, all his forces are all in the northwest area of his country. And I won't see him why they'd be there, or if they weren't gonna be planning to move against me some point. If I was him, I'd move against me if all my forces are over here. I'd have to let Sarmatia know that Niflheim has his forces all planted around here. I don't want to move against Niflheim first, because that would provoke him and give him like the excuse that, oh, I march into his lands, especially because like, so if I knew for a fact that Yomi is going after me, if I just moved into Farisol, which might be a fruitless effort because he might just move from Niflheim into Farisol. If I moved into Farisol with my troops and took out that Scrotty, that'd be really good, and he would at most be able to make it to Rune's Gulf. Like he could get on top of my capital, but not before I come down with my 100 troops and my god. And he doesn't want to fight. He wouldn't want to fight in my domain with his immortal pretender. I'm not completely sure that he's gonna attack me. It's likely, but really I just want to have at least some sort of a thing on for Yomi. I don't know what Yomi's gonna do here. Is he gonna move against Sarmatia, or is he just gonna sit back and wait for me to attack into him? He knows that. Well, I know that I probably won't be attacking into double my troop power. I don't know if he'll be moving on to Bitter Pass. Bitter Pass is an area I want to keep, especially with the high defense value, because the slingers and warriors, the Jaguar tribe slingers and warriors here, all have a ranged attack, so that their range attacks get applied against the Yomi's very weak protection scores for the Onis. So I definitely don't want. I want to be the defender in Bitter Pass. In Emerald, I got a temple now, so I can recruit indie priests, and also just a few archers, which I could start stockpiling. The city guard here, I'm not going to add to because I don't have the money. If I could, I'd really just throw these guys away right here. The Tritons, because you know they're costing me upkeep like everything else, and I don't want. And the less upkeep I have to pay, the better. I don't know if there's a key that lets you execute them or something, but I just don't want them. And I don't want to move against Beritos. I don't want them. I just want them to be dead because I don't need them. Like I can't go here and like click delete, can I? Nope, that just sends my screen off to nowhere land. So me and Sarmatia, it looks like Sarmatia might be attacking, especially when he said that he's going to be selling commune-focused Ring of Mages up to Stellar Cascades. I don't know if he's going to be moving against Coven Downs, or if he's just going to be moving into this province. It sounded like he's just moving into this province that has borders with Yomi. So, if I think that I don't think that Yomi's gonna move against Bitter Pass. So, I think I'd actually be safe to start moving my guys back and, you know, repel this threat. Because I really suspect that Niflheim is going to be taking me on. If I'm going to be doing this, I don't have to invest in the crazy amount of gold for Bitter Pass. Dimmerwood, I'm going to want people to be here and to help discourage Yomi just running along my backside. I think that Yomi, if anything, he won't attack into Bitter Pass, because attacking into me has been very fruitless for like all the times and he's thinking that he wants me to attack into him because it seems that the defenders of these fights are winning in this war between us. So I think he's just gonna sit here, except unless he's like gonna move out troops that he doesn't think he needs, like Bakemonos. Though Bakemonos are they're just they're a freaking a wooden shield. He gets destroyed, and it's not, you know, it's not good at its job. It's just exists because it's meant to be destroyed. Its job isn't its job to be the actual targets for everything first, and then everything else comes after is the job. So bad at their job of killing? Yes. Bad at their job of being killed? No. They're very good at it. So I don't think he's going to be moving into Bitter Pass. I think, if anything, he'd move against a Sarmatia thing. But I think he's just going to sit near Coven Downs. I think that's what he's going to do. Because Well, it'd be nice for 190 troops, especially, it's because his Onis have gluttony. This area is a mountain, so it doesn't specifically alter like supply usage. So he is going to be probably double this, maybe 3 times the amount of supply usage here. So probably like if I look at maybe let's see Ravenna, no, not Ravenna, a Ruins of Golsothic, so maybe like uh goes over his supplies by 100 in here. So maybe he will throw his troops into the Bitter Pass. I don't know. If I think he's sitting here, it'd be best to move against the Longshank and begin to move back against Niflheim. And if he moves into Bitter Pass, it'd be better just keep all my forces here and move down with these 40 over here. 2 turns till the Palisades are finished, I believe. There's no like progress bar, I don't think, for it, so you just have to remember the turn you assigned it. So I think, for sure I did 2 turns ago. I'm gonna send Sarmatia a message about Niflheim overextending over here with lots and lots of troops. Not overextending, I'm willing to give up the Hidden Forest Throne as I said before, but not willing to give up like these two, the Celtic Pass and the Ruins of Golsothic. So yeah, I either move if I move down if I think that Yomi's not gonna bother attacking into me, or like let's see, if I was him and I saw 90 force right here and there's 190 of us, there's no particular strong like leader here, but the unit amount is great mass. But he doesn't want to move everyone away in case Sarmatia comes over and into going down. So that's assuming that Sarmatia has a force here that could, or back here, he does have lances right here that could move. Yeah, because this is a 1-turn movement and this is a 2-turn. So if he thinks that Sarmatia could come around with a big force into Coven Downs, then he would stay here. If he doesn't think that Sarmatia can, then he'd possibly move on to Bitter Pass. If he's not doing anything with his guys, especially with 190 of them, he's just gonna get them all diseased through lack of supplies. So I think that out of the 2 options, I think he's gonna choose attacking with them somewhere to get rid of them, rather than letting them suffer and just let the regular replaceable human people, especially the archers, die out. I apologize for that. What else? Harwood. I really think that Niflheim is just going to attack me. So I have to at least not let him get past Ruins of Golsothic. I don't want to give up Harwood. I don't want to give up these 2 areas, though these are the first ones that would be conquered with a force of 50 men here and no fortress to really stop him other than my capital fort right here to keep him from moving from Ruins onto Satis. It'd be nice to just sneak away Largan with like a few troops, as it seems that there doesn't seem to even be a province defense, and that would let me like control the land. And also I think controlling land, I don't know if that impacts like how influential your dominion would be there, if it would make it more influential there than in a different land. I wouldn't know. So, but I'm not going to be moving into Largan yet. So, I think, what do I think Yomi's going to do? I listed the options. I have to decide what I'm going to do. Am I going to move my troops away or keep them here to respond to this? Because if he moves on to my 90 plus the 40 here, 130 plus the province defense of, I would increase it to 30, or at least to around 30 if I plan on spending the gold somewhere else for all these Jaguar tribe people. He would move on to me, and then I'd move back down, and then, well, if he moved on to me, I'd move, then we just have to see the battle, and then go from there. If I lose the battle, then I'm up Schitt's Creek. If I don't, and I win, then that could set me up to conquer Coven Downs. And then with Coven Downs conquered, we'll go for Mount Logan, and then hold a permanent, like, for, or at least, either probably just keep Coven Downs instead of moving into Mount Logan, and go for Largan, just amass troops here. Though I don't want Sarmatia, like, it'd be nice. The reason why I want the land here. I don't want Sarmatia just get control of Coven Downs and such and move up, because then, like, me and Yomi have been fought and I lost my troops and he's lost his troops, only for Sarmatia to come in and sweep my rightful earnings and take them for himself. I don't want that. That's exactly the opposite, because I'll have, mainly I don't care about Yomi. I'll have lost troops fighting over land that I'll actually just hand to someone else, while also possibly giving away my own land. And if Sarmatia with attacking against Yomi is a really big component in that is convincing me to send units back to around Hidden Forest, this area, because, well, do I really think that's what Niflheim's gonna do? Is he gonna move and take these two provinces? If he marches on to Ruins of Gulsathic, having a force in Satis, well, moving against Ruins of Gulsathic, if he does go there, and if I do have a force here, that would be an interesting thing, because he would be spread disease upon by the Well Pestilence. I think that the copper mine would stay in Suffolk Pass, yet only I'll have discovered it, but I'd say I think because I found it through a chance event, or it was generated by that event. I don't know if it being claimed by another nation would cause it to go away if it was like a chance event, but it probably doesn't. I think I'm just gonna keep the troops here. It's my original plan. Patrol, maybe catch any bands that are trying to wander through it, this land. And I'll just wait for Yomi to make a move, for Niflheim to make a move, and then declare them as the attacker against me. I don't want to move against Niflheim if he's just gonna move his armies back. Then that'll be all wasted quite a few turns worth of army movement. and possibly possible conquering of Yomi in order for a response to a fake Niflheim threat. But it looks all but fake from his god, a powerful individual unit, and 50 skin shifters. He could be moving against Sarmatia, and I would, if he went moving against Sarmatia, I'd feel bad for Sarmatia, but I couldn't do anything. And that's gonna have to be the turn. I I I think I'll just keep Bitter Pass, move from Dimmerwood into Bitter Pass, and then move from Longshank up into Dimmerwood. I think that'll be the turn. See you guys later.